If you clicked on this video, then you're probably just like I was about 6 years ago, and I was trying to figure out what is this mythical, magical thing called passive income? Does it exist? How do you create it? And all of the things in between. And this is truly the video that I wish someone had made for me because it is highly strategic. It does take work and effort. It takes a ton of patience, and you kind of need to have a reality check before you start to get into it. So over the last 5 years, I have gone from zero in passive income to generating $150,000 a week from what is deemed as passive income. And I say that in quotes for a reason. There are so many different ways to generate passive income. There are stocks, investments, affiliates, online business, real estate, all these different things. I don't do all of them, and it's for a good reason, and I'm gonna share that in this video as well. I just do 4 things and keep it quite simple, and they've yielded the highest results and return for me. So passive income is essentially detaching your time from your income. But in saying that, the reason that I really look at it as semi-passive income is because it still takes your energy, your effort, your sweat, your time, sometimes your tears, sometimes your blood to really create momentum and get it up and running. It is not a get-rich-quick situation, but it does compound over time, and it creates more momentum with time and with patience. This YouTube channel is actually a really great example because I have created so many videos on this channel and spent thousands of hours creating them. And yes, they just work every single day. They bring in views, they bring in revenue for me. Well, I'm not working, but it's not like I did absolutely nothing. So passive income, yes, it does exist, but I like to really refer to it as semi-passive income because I don't want to give you any sort of reason to think that this is easy or it's quick. Before I get into those 4 things that allow me to make money when I'm not working, the mission behind this channel is to make entrepreneurship available to everyone because I believe that entrepreneurship is the best vehicle to freedom and to equity, and it allows you to create your own unique impact and mark on the world on your terms. In the last 10 years, I've been on an entrepreneurial roller coaster, and things have really skyrocketed after a lot of struggle and a lot of failure in my early years in these last 5 years. And I want to use this channel to reverse engineer my own success so I can help you create yours. If you're on board for that mission, a simple thing you can do to help us reach more people in the algorithm is just quickly hit that like button. The number 1 source of semi-passive income for me is my online course business. I have been in the online course industry for the past 5 years. I've tried a lot of different things, several different structures. I've had multiple courses at once, and I can tell you that at this point, having just one online course has been the best thing I've ever done, and it makes up the majority of my revenue by a landslide. And the reason for that is because I wanted to create just one course that I could truly focus on and that created a big impact and huge transformation for my clients, because that really is what allows something to grow, stay consistent, and generate income over time. And I made a whole video about how to create an online course that sells if you're interested in that, and you can check it out in the description below and right here. To break down how this works and how it generates that passive income is to really understand that I am very specific about what I am creating in terms of a transformation for my clients and the solution that they are truly seeking from my program. And it all stemmed from me doing a ton of consulting, and I had an agency at one point, and I was working with people one-on-one. I had a bunch of different clients in corporate and individuals, and I was constantly regurgitating the same strategy to them that I had created. And I realized, wow, I could really help a lot more people if I could package this and teach people how to do this for themselves, implement it for themselves, and create long-lasting success without having to rely on me. And that really is the beauty of an online course. And it's what allows people to get results without me, and it allows the program to sell without relying on my time. But how do you actually do that? So I really do refer to it as profitable content, because I think one of the biggest mistakes that people make is they just post a bunch of content on social media hoping that someday, somehow, someone's gonna buy something from them. And one really incredible example of this, and it's kind of sad, but it is a real example of why the size of your audience is not the key factor in creating passive income for yourself. There was this article that came out in 2019 about this influencer who had 2 million followers on Instagram and couldn't sell 36 t-shirts. Let that sink in. 2 million followers, couldn't sell 36 t-shirts. So the key to truly creating passive income when it comes to building anything online is to understand 3 key factors. Who is your ideal client? Where are they at on their journey when they're at a place where they're most likely to invest because they're ready to get a change and results and they need the thing that you have to offer? And what is the key transformation that they're seeking? This allows you to create what we call profitable content. Profitable content is content that you're creating and it's free content on the internet, but it actually drives results and revenue for your business. And knowing those 3 factors, it makes it very easy to create content because your content is always going to be relevant to those 3 key factors. And you know exactly who you're creating content for instead of trying to make it for the masses. So a simple way to think about this is simply 1, know exactly what the outcome is that you're providing with whatever paid product or service it is that you've created. And then step 2 is create free content online that drives people to that paid product. When you create value, you get value in return. This YouTube channel is a prime example of this, and it really is, in my opinion, the best platform to create truly passive income, simply because it's a search engine and your ideal clients and customers are searching for the answers and solutions that you provide every single day. You just need to show up for them, and your videos will continue to work for you even when you're not working, and they will bring in leads, traffic, clients, and customers even when you're not working. But it doesn't have to be. You want to pick the platform that reduces the friction for you. So whatever comes most innately to you, maybe it's not being on video, choose a platform that plays to your strengths. But regardless of the platform, one thing that I do want to make sure you remember and know is something that we call the stalker strategy. Yes, it sounds creepy, but it works. So essentially the stalker strategy, and the easiest way to create content that actually turns into clients and customers when you're not working, is to understand what your ideal client would be searching for, asking about, what are frequently asked questions, and simply make content around those things, because that is directly solving the problem that they need help with, and it provides value to them, which then in turn makes them go, oh, that's the person I want to work with, that's the person I want to pay, that's the person I want to hire. So you want to think, how would my ideal client be looking online? Where would they be going? What would they be seeking out? And you want to show up everywhere that they're looking. The second stream of passive income for me is AdSense and affiliates. I'm grouping these 2 things together because they kind of go into the same bucket for me, even though they are 2 separate things. So the thing about AdSense and affiliates to know is that this really is a volume play. You are not going to be making a lot of money off these things when you're first getting started because you need to grow an audience to really have them work for you and work to your benefit. So it's taken time for it to build up to a place where it's generating about 6 figures a year. So what is affiliates? Well, affiliates for me is that I have certain brands, services, and products that I love, that I use, that I'm a huge fan of. So it makes complete sense to align with them and share them with my community here and my community of clients in my paid program. And when I share those services, products, and brands, and I use the affiliate link that I'm provided, it means that anytime someone purchases from that, I'm getting a percentage of the purchase. So I get a cut from the purchase, essentially, which just starts to accumulate and generate more income. The thing I will say about affiliates, though, is that you really have to make sure it's something you actually care about, you believe in, and is aligned with your brand. If you try and work with an affiliate that has no relevance to your target audience and your ideal audience, it's just not going to convert and it's not going to sell. It would be like creating free content online that has nothing to do with your business or your paid program. It's not going to drive any traffic to those things. And for that reason, I have said no to a lot of affiliate opportunities because they simply just don't align with me, my business, or my brand. And then AdSense is honestly, I just call it the cherry on top. It's a pretty magical thing. As you accumulate an audience on YouTube, as you accumulate more viewers, you get paid for the ads that are displayed on your videos. And it really is phenomenal when you start to grow and you see, oh my gosh, that really is replacing an entire salary that I once had when I worked in my full-time job. Number 3 is investing. I will admit this is something that took me a long time to even venture into, probably way too long, but when it comes to investing, I am very risk averse and I look at it as a total long game. I am not one of those people who's going to invest in the new hot shiny thing because I just don't know if there's going to be a guaranteed result out of it. In addition, it's not my full-time job. It's not something that I study on a daily basis, and I have somebody who manages it for me because I don't want it to be my full-time thing. The truth of the matter is I wouldn't be able to invest if I didn't put my focus into the first stream of passive income that I mentioned. That allowed me to create financial freedom to then make my money work for me and generate interest over time by investing it. So my priority and my focus will always be on number one. Number four is real estate. And again, this is not a short-term game. My husband and I just recently bought our first home, and we will be here for a very long time. And we know that it is only going up in value. So that's a really wonderful thing, but it's not like a get-rich-quick sort of situation. So it is generating passive income in that sense. But the real play for me when it comes to real estate, and something that I'm hoping to get into this year and my husband and I are really looking into right now, is getting a real estate investment property, because the beauty of that is that not only will the property itself increase in value over time, but you can also have it rented out to generate passive income on a monthly basis, cover your mortgage, and also in some cases turn a profit. The biggest benefit of passive income that I don't think enough people talk about is that it really does allow you to create a bigger security blanket and safety net, and it allows you to have so much more peace of mind because you know that you are creating wealth even when you're not having to actively work. And that creates a level of abundance that not a lot of people are even aware exists. So I hope that this allows you to see that. And the biggest thing for me is that it truly does create what I call legacy wealth or generational wealth, which is something you may have heard of, which simply means that if your money's working for you and it's compounding and you're able to bring in streams of revenue that don't require your time or energy, your earning potential is exponentially higher. And having a higher earning potential allows you to create the level of wealth that will live on long after you're gone. I often talk about creating a legacy business, which is a business that can create an income and an impact without relying on you. And I look at legacy wealth and creating generational wealth as the same thing, which is why I wanted to share this video. And I hope it spurs ideas for you of how you can start creating passive income for yourself, which really truly does create financial freedom, not just for you, but creates this incredible gift that you can then pass down to those who come after you in your family so they can grow from a place of abundance as well. And if you're focused on wealth, abundance, and you're into this whole mindset situation, I've created a whole affirmations channel, and you can check that out at the description below and right here to help you rewire your money story and your money mindset. There are so many other passive income streams that are available and out there that I could be tapping into, but the reality is I want to keep the main thing the main thing. And truly, without the number one revenue source of passive income for me, which is my online course business, I wouldn't really be able to tackle the other things. So I have to make that my main priority. And that is where the majority of my time, energy, and effort is going. So yes, it's semi-passive income. And yes, it's grown exponentially farther than I ever thought would be possible, but it still does take work, time, patience, and my focus. But it also keeps me in check. And I want you to take away from this that you need to focus on what's essential for you to start accumulating wealth and to start building your own freedom so that you can actually create more passive income streams for yourself and create that legacy wealth. It's all a long game. It's all a journey. Like I said, this channel is dedicated to making entrepreneurship available to everyone because I do believe that entrepreneurship is the best vehicle to freedom. So if you're with me on that, let me know with a like below. Be sure to subscribe, and you can check out this video next. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.